Hello, everybody. My name is Toast. I'm here today, joined by the creator of the game you see in front of me. That creator is Tegan Valo,
Hello again.
and we are looking at The Gallery.
Yes, that is the title. I made this for Ludum Dare, which is a global,
It's
at least,
global.
game jam that takes place over the internet every, like twice a year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong. And people have like meetups to participate in it all over the world. So there's one here in our town. And so this was made over the course of about 48 hours. I actually did not do the programming for this one, but I just kind of did like general design and like level design and whatnot for it.
Cool. So then, the art, is that you, or is...
The art was by Lexi Mason Davis, a good friend of mine who I've collaborated with on a lot of games.
Great.
And so basically, if you hit C, I believe, you zoom out here, and then you can slide the rooms around to try and get to the exit.
Okay.
And the premise of the game is that you are... So that's actually a wall there.
That's
it's
a wall.
It's sort of hard to
Okay.
tell what's like solid and what's not. But such is the case with games made in 48 hours or less by very inexperienced people. But the premise of the game was... Well, first of all, the theme of that particular Ludum Dare was, what do we do now?
Okay.
Which our original ideas sort of related to that more. It got lost a bit on the way.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea is that you're like a girl who was on like a field trip to a like an art gallery, like a modern art gallery, and gets lost from the rest of her classmates, and so you're surrounded by all this like strange surreal art here. And the goal is to find the exit and get back to your class eventually, which is not actually in the game, but that was the like story concept.
Cool.
Yeah. And you're actually, this is actually the last level here. This
Really?
introduces, yeah, it was just like a 3-level demo that we made for the jam.
I seem to have made a
But this
mistake,
does introduce a new mechanic, which is that door with the exit sign. The exit sign on this one is orange, which we were planning if we made more levels for this, which I might eventually do because I do like this concept quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But there would be two types of exit doors. Ones that were the ones you saw in the previous two levels where they move with the room. But that exit door, if you move the room, the exit door stays in place and the room moves around it.
Oh, okay. That's very cool.
Yeah. So in a fuller version of this game with more levels, you'd find probably a lot of objects that would have some sort of indication. Maybe they'd like glow or something that would show that they were like persistent objects that would be in one spot in the world space rather than being connected to the room that they're inside of initially.
Okay. That's a really cool cool concept, really cool idea.
So
I do find myself slightly stumped.
Okay. I mean, think about what I was just saying. You can go up, if you can make it to that one room, even if you're on the other side of the wall, you can still move that room in the top left corner.
Really? I can move it?
Yeah, if you can get to it.
If I can get to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So maybe I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
We'll see though.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you're kind of a girl lost in a modern art museum.
Yes, I am a girl lost in a modern art museum.
This is not what I thought was going to happen. Okay.
You got this.
Oh, what am I doing? I could just... What am I...
There you go.
What? I apparently...
Yeah.
So
then you can do that sort of
thing.
thing. Yeah.
Okay. So you did actually implement it into the game.
Yeah. I was saying we wanted to do more levels that would make more use of that concept, but instead there's just this one that doesn't really explain it.
That's actually very cool.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of potential here for more levels that would use this. Then, you slide that on there, and ba-boom, ta-da. That's
Great.
it. So yeah, it was Lexi did most of the art. Then we also had our other friends Sonia and Taylor contribute to it. I actually forget like exactly how the breakdown was. They all did art. I shouldn't say one person did it anymore at risk of not crediting someone enough. They're all great.
Right.
And then another guy who we met at that game jam, Justin Thomas, did the programming. This one was made in Unity. Maybe would have been easier to do in Game Maker. I don't know. I didn't know Game Maker at the time. So we just stuck with Unity.
So then you made this one before Ultimate Zelda Legend.
Yes.
Okay.
Several months before.
Several months.
So you can maybe see a bit of a progression in my work. This was probably like the first complete-ish thing that I made.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I always hesitate before saying I made, because, like, you know, it was a group effort. A lot of people worked on it. I think people have a tendency in games to be like, oh, this game was, like, made by, you know, Shigeru Miyamoto, et cetera, et cetera. But, like, you know, it's always a team. First game I worked on that's fairly complete.
Cool. So I wonder, you know, you talked a little bit about the game jam and about kind of the theme for the game jam.
You can still, like, do this, too, on the
that's so cool.
It's kind of fun.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I wonder, you know, how you guys came up with this specific idea to move around rooms to kind of this puzzle mechanic that you have going here.
God, I'll try and remember some of the thought process, because we got the theme, which was what do we do now, which is a very open-ended statement. Hard to, you know, go in any one direction with that. So we were originally thinking, like, what if you were just sort of in like just an empty white void initially, and the game was about like sort of somehow like using objects that you'd find, or like bringing objects into existence that would sort of make sense of the void in some way.
Okay.
But that was like a very vague, you know, just like brainstorming kind of idea that we were coming up with. But then eventually just the thought of like the empty white void got Lexi to thinking about the idea of like an art gallery type setting. And especially the white void combined with like strange objects like the weird hand thing you see there,
right? Or the scissors in the sky,
scissors, all
levels.
sorts of strange abstract stuff. So eventually we got to the art gallery idea, and then from there I think we went to like, oh, what if there were like different rooms, and what if you were lost, and then we could, you know, maybe sort of simulate this feeling of being lost in this strange place by having all the rooms be able to like jumble around. And so from there, it was an iterative process where eventually the actual puzzle concept sort of came out of that.
That's really cool. It's actually, I mean, like it's a pretty fun game, and it's a very cool concept.
Yeah, I would love to come back to this at some point. Maybe add more levels, some new concepts, polish it up a bit.
Yeah, I think I would definitely play if there was more of this. I would definitely play, and if you put in a soundtrack too, I think that would be cool.
Yeah, sound definitely. We didn't have any sound people working on it, but
game jam.
So it goes. Yeah, it's game jams. By the way, anybody who is interested at all in game development as a hobby or in any respect, I highly encourage anybody to check out things like Game Maker, Unity, Twine, these like pretty entry levels, fairly easy to learn, at least the basics, game engines, and then B, to check out your local indie game scene and see if there's people putting on like local meetups for game jams and things, because that's, I think, the best way to learn is just sort of surround yourself with people who know at least some of what they're doing and have sort of a time constraint that forces you to learn something within a short period of time. Because that's how I learned, most of what I know about game development is by going to jams and busting out things like this.
That's super cool, and actually I totally agree with you. And even if you don't want to make games, but you want to be involved somehow, there's a lot of showcases and stuff, and there was just at one of the local bars, they had like an indie game testing night where a bunch of the local devs brought their games, and people went, and
Ultimate Zelda Legend was a big hit.
Yeah, people, you had a drink and you were there with friends, and there were just televisions with games set up, and it was actually really cool to see what people in the local area had been creating.
Absolutely.
And I think later this week, a group of us are gonna go up to Portland for this Cartoon Network game jam for the showcase.
Oh yeah.
To maybe check out some of the stuff up there. I hear you have something.
I do, yeah. There's, I'm a little unclear of the the non-disclosure agreements I had to sign for this.
So
I can talk about it. I'm just not sure if I can show it on.
We won't show it
this channel or anything.
But can we have like a teaser a little bit?
Yeah. So the concept behind the Cartoon Network Game Jam is Cartoon Network has worked in the past few years with this studio in Portland called, I believe, Sleep Ninja Studios. They made this game for Cartoon Network called Monsters Ate My Birthday Cake.
Oh, what a classic.
Yeah, it was a mobile game. It's pretty fun, actually. Check it out.
Yeah.
So from that, they sort of have built some roots here in Portland. And so they decided to collaborate with Pig Squad, which stands for Portland Indie Game Squad, on putting on this event called the Cartoon Network Game Jam, in which Cartoon Network launched this new intellectual property called OKKO that they're launching not necessarily as a cartoon series, but just as like they're calling it a cartooniverse, where it's just like a whole universe of these characters that they plan on like branching out across all sorts of media. Like, and it's actually what's cool about it is that they launched it initially as a video game on mobile,
That's very
a phone
cool.
game, a little like brawler called I think just called OKKO, something like that. It's a pretty fun game, and so to help establish and flesh out this universe, they put on the Cartoon Network Game Jam, where everybody, about I think 40-something teams participated, and over the course of a weekend made a game. Each team made a game based on one of the characters from OKKO.
Wow.
And so Lexi, who worked on this game, myself, and our other friend Angel, made a game for that a few weeks ago, and this Saturday there's a showcase night where people are showing off other games. We made a sort of endless runner type
Ooh,
game.
That's very exciting.
Starring a shy ninja.
You may be seeing that game on this channel in the future.
Yes.
But for now, thanks for everyone for watching. My name is Toast. I'm joined today by Tegan Valo.
Thank you for watching.
You can find this game at his itch.io, itch.io/Tegan
-Valo.
Valo.
Sure,
It'll
yeah.
be in the link below.
Yeah.
You can also follow
like an actual
him.
hyphen, not the word hyphen.
Yeah, like an actual
Yeah.
hyphen.
Although
And
maybe I should. That'd be kind of cool. Tegan Valo, spell it out.
maybe, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
That's up to you.
Okay.
You can also follow him on Twitter at twitter.com/.
Yes, at Tegovalo, TEGOVALO.
for all of your gaming dev updates. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll catch you guys later.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.